Kind of as I briefed earlier in the week, folks, in old market, the data that came out last night, the Chinese GDP, industrial production, fixed asset investment, retail sales, quack, 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 used to move our markets. Well, guess what? I guess I was right because that's kind of what happened today. The Shanghai, the Hang Seng, the Asian markets kind of rolled over a little bit. Not necessarily on the data weren't bad out of China. It's just kind of the lukewarm story, and then they're in the middle of their every 7-year Congress, Communist Party, whatever they're doing. So a little bit of a rollback in China and Asia kind of rolled over to us, and that's just kind of an excuse to take a little profit here. As I said, we're getting hypoxic up here at these levels. Real quick, folks, if you haven't registered, make sure you register for today's free webinar. Time to smoke the hopium, man. This market is going to go higher, barring just something absolutely cataclysmic, catastrophic in North Korea. Or, as Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, said the other day, they don't get tax reform passed by the end of the year. That could be the Fred Sanford big one, Elizabeth, right? All you have to do is head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT. That stands for Full Throttle -Webinar. If you head to there, just your name and your email address will get you registered, and we'll also throw in a $45 value for an OPCL, or Options Pocket Checklist. Pretty cool piece of gear to get just for registering. If you can't attend because you're busy today at 1 o'clock, make sure you register, and you can watch the replay. What a difference a day makes. In a day, the liberal mainstream media went from they're being dragged kicking and screaming to this scandal. The uranium $145 million payment to the Clinton Foundation, uranium gets approved from the State Department. Obama knows about it. The FBI knew about it. The FBI knew it was most likely criminal, and they were ordered to sit on it. Who was running the FBI at the time? Oh, Bob Mueller, the guy who's currently the special counsel investigating Trump's potential Russian collusion. It's a shit show, folks. This is why Trump won. The swamp stinks, and the media is getting dragged kicking and screaming to this. Why? Because the president's got a direct avenue to the people called Twitter. He was on fire today talking about this. Makes me ill. Anyway, North Korea is still North Korea. They still have bombs. They still want to kill all of us, and they still won't give up their weapons. We talked throughout the week on some threats to the bull market. We all know what they are since we're here at TGO, and you get a pretty damn good brief every morning. Just ask me. So we know the risks out there, folks, but this is a big one. Yesterday, Steve Mnuchin, our Treasury Secretary, said, hey, it was kind of like holding a gun to his own head, right? Hey, congressmen and women, pass a tax bill or the markets are going to implode. Do you think legislatures look at the S&P 500 and care? Yeah, they do now. Okay, so if they don't pass tax reform and your 401k turns into a 201k, you're going to be pissed at your local congressman. All politics is local, as Tip O'Neill used to say. So we don't get tax reform by the end of the year, folks. That's trouble. We also have some potential trouble in December because Trump kicked the can down the road, the debt ceiling fight that was supposed to be in October. He outmaneuvered his own party, which he doesn't have, but outmaneuvered Mitch and Speaker Ryan. And now we have that in December. So we have a potential interest rate increase out of Janet in December, and also the debt ceiling fight. So, but again, my job as an options trader, folks, is to scare the hell out of you and to be hedged. Cautiously bullish here, guys, with a capital cautiously word. So cautiously bullish. This really is a hold your nose rally. Remember, like Monday, Tuesday, folks, market was up, market up, VIX up, something is up. And the something that is up are people are, I'll bid this market higher, Wiz, but with one hand, I have the other hand's on the ejection handle, just in case. VIX shorts at record highs. University of Michigan, never, ever, ever been more bullish on stocks. Morgan Stanley, one of our positions, smash estimates. Goldman Sachs, surprise beat, and the stock goes down because it sucks. JP Morgan, we talked about. We're getting done with the financials, folks. These are rolling off the earnings slate line here, and we're getting ready for big tech next week. A lot of regulatory issues, man. A lot of, Trump just appointed kind of an antitrust and anti-Google guy to head, was it the FTC or something? Or FANGs have some short-term issues, man. This dude. Google slayer. Trump picks antitrust Simons for the FTC. So these limousine liberals out in Cupertino and out in Stanford wearing their sweaters and drinking their Chardonnay might want to hold their fire on Trump and all that stuff. That's why I thought it was stupid when they all kind of started resigning from the president's job counselor, this, and the president's racist. Dude, you stay there, and if you want to be heard, you stand on the table. You don't run your safe space, okay? So now all these tech companies really do need to be on watch. Are you kidding me, Wiz, that the government would be used as a political... Look at the IRS targeting scandal, folks. Barack Hussein Obama's IRS targeted conservative groups. Nobody went to jail. That Lois Lerner lady, I think, is still getting paid by the government, and she doesn't have to go to work. Disgusting. But tell you what, folks, I'm going to cut this one short. We covered, legging into potentially an iron condor here on Apple in our Analyze Your Trade and debrief this morning. I think I'll go down to 29 cents. So trying to leg into an Apple iron condor. Got a good Facebook iron condor that's going down right down the fairway that should expire tomorrow for a max profit of nearly $2,000 in what was that, a week and a half. So really good stuff going on. Make sure you join me at 1 o'clock because I'll get into everything that we're talking about right now and then some, okay? So time to smoke the hopium at 1 o'clock. Trading a market at record highs as the world burns. So head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT-webinar, and I'll see you shortly.